We'll start this episode of Beat Diggers off in my drum crates. It's the generic version of Crate Diggers. but here is Fat Larry and the band Down on the Avenue. That's the break on there. It's a good drum break. Georgie Fame. Pete Rock sampled that. Classic drum break. Luigi. Um, it's like a jazz instruction type record. It's got a couple drum breaks on there. James Brown Reality, classic drum break, Premiere. The Love Out There, or Out Here drum break. Kanye used that for Talib Kweli, classic. Motherload, nice little drum break on there. Rustics, it's got a nice drum break on there. A couple samples as well. Jimmy, Get Out My Life Woman. It's not one of the better versions of Get Out of My Life, but it's still not too bad. Detroit Emeralds, been sampled numerous times. I've got a couple copies of that. Climax Blues Band, real nice drum break on there. It's real snappy. Kid Dynamite, classic drum break. I got a sealed copy of that. Bill Cosby, Cosby Sweater. It's got the Get Out of My Life Woman version on there. Wishbone Ash, nice drum break on there. Main Ingredient, it's got a drum break on there. Let's see, Gypsy, it's got a real nice drum break on there. Timberland used that on Jay-Z's Blueprint. The Axis of Bold as Love, definitely a classic drum break on there. Gladys Knight, nice drum break on there, kind of similar to the Detroit Emeralds drum break. Graham Central Station, The Jam, that's been used numerous times. Faith, it's got a nice break on there. The Christine McVie drums, real snappy, has a lot of good pieces in there. Procol Harum, this album has a couple drum breaks on it, both of them real nice. The Byrds, it's the Fido drum break, classic. Herbie Hancock, you can never go wrong with Herbie. It's got lots of samples. This one has a drum break on it. Ocean, Put Your Hand in the Hand. Most versions of Put Your Hand in the Hand have a drum break on it. The Iron Butterfly version of Get Out of My Life, another nice drum. Tommy Rowe, Dizzy. There's another song on there with a drum break. Delegation, it's got the Oh Honey. It's not really a drum break, just a nice sample that's been used. I think 3 times Dope used that. There's the 12-inch. Joe Farrell, Upon This Rock, classic. Kanye uses that like every record. I got 2 of those. The Grease soundtrack has a nice drum break on there. The repress of Impeach the President, the Honey Drippers. I don't have the original, but from what I understand, Tough City bought the publishing rights to that and repressed it. Rare Earth, nice drum on there. Another Rare Earth record. Little Feat, Bonita Applebum, sampled numerous times. Wadsworth Mansion, drum break on there. I've got a few copies of those. Greg Allman, drum break on there. Jefferson Starship, nice big drum break on there. More like a b-boy break type drum break. Sweet, it's got a nice drum on there. A couple copies of that. Lou Donaldson, Ode to Billy Joe, that's a repress. Haven't been able to find the original, at least not at a decent price. Tom Scott, Sneaking Out the Back Door. That's Anne Murray. That's another version of Put Your Hand in the Hand. Grover Washington Jr. That's the Hydra drums. Sampled most notably by Black Moon. Rotary Connection has a nice drum break on there. Harry Nilsson drums, those are the Rainmaker drums. I mean, that's Beat Nuts, No ID, sampled numerous times. Humble Pie, another classic rock drum break. Humble Pie is a classic rock group. Fancy, Wild Thing, it's got a real nice drum break on there. Savoy Brown, it's got a drum break on there. Ronnie Laws, nice drum break on there, kind of like a drum machine sounding drum break. Iron Butterfly, Inagata-Davida, it's got some samples and some drums on there. Jimmy Castor Bunch, It's Just Begun, it's got Troglodyte. That's not actually a drum break, that's a classic sample. A lot of you might know what that's too. Ralph McDonald, he was a drummer and played with a lot of the guys on CTI. That is the sample to a Beastie Boys sample, so it's not a drum break, it's just more of a b-boy break. Blood Rock has a drum break on there. Another Iron Butterfly, nice drum break on there. I just actually used that on one of my videos. Led Zeppelin Coda, Hugo Montenegro, The Godfather, has some drums. I think you have to pan those to get the drums on one channel. Peddler, it's got a nice drum break on there. Actually, I think Peddler was based out of Indianapolis. Babe Ruth, classic drum break, b-boy break. Free, it's got a nice classic rock drum break. Al Wilson, drum break on there. The Whackers, I think that's what they're called. Kind of a weird name. Wouldn't want my band to be called that, but anyways. Tower Power, good soul record. Squib Cakes, Edgar Winter, drum break on there. Roger Daltrey, CCR, it's got a nice drum break on there. It's only like half a bar, but you can sample that. Hawaii Five-0, some drums on there. And good old Kenny Rogers. You gotta know when to fold them, but gotta know when there's a drum break on a record too. Thanks for watching. Peace.